town, but it's your town, so it's my town too. I didn't know that girl, but she knows you, so she's my friend too. I don't know my way, but I can count on you to show it to me. I'm not a stranger when I'm with you, when I'm with you. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Your mother seems to like me, and you tell me that it's true. Your cousin makes me food that I've only ever dreamed of trying. I can tell that I could be so happy here with you forever. I'm not a stranger when I'm with you, when I'm with you. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Your room is a cave that offers a shelter from the stormy weather. And beneath a pile of blankets we can hide away together. 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 We can. When it's time for me to up and leave, there's a part of me I can't make follow. All day long I'm longing for you, and the tears are so hard to swallow after knowing life with you. Life without you leaves me hollow. Oh, oh, oh. Stranger when I'm with you, when I'm with you. I don't know this road, but I can count on you to lead me down it. I'm not a stranger when I'm with you, when I'm with you, when I'm with you, when I'm with you. Thank you. And my gibberish put a damper on my sentences. I'm a cuttlefish trying to cover up my incompetence. Maybe your fancy just isn't ticklish. Maybe your heart belongs to another fish, but on your part that'd be foolish. Maybe I think you ought to think through this. The sea is big, 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 and it's full of scary things like great white sharks and colossal squid. And I'm worried about ya. I don't want you to get hurt. I don't want you to get hurt. I don't want you to get hurt. If you love something, so they say, you should set it free. But I disagree, 'cause I can safely say that catching and releasing isn't what I don't want for me. I know better than you do what is best for you to do. Can't you see the logic there? It's super logical. My perspective is an outside one, and that's really saying something, 'cause we don't have mirrors since we're out of the water. There isn't a surface for you to see a reflection in. Not that you don't look nice. In fact, how wonderful you look is exactly what the problem is. The sea is big, 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 and it's full of scary things like great white sharks and colossal squid. And I'm worried about you. I don't want you to get hurt. I don't want you to get hurt. I don't want you to get hurt. It gets me every time I hear you're frequenting such sketchy dives. It's not like it's a crime, but what if you get caught by a scuba diver just like Nemo and I can't find you? Ooh, 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 ooh. Still I'd never cease my quest for you. What else would there be for me to do? Sure, there are plenty of fishes in the ocean, but no one could ever get a hook in my devotion. So my love for you supports recent scholarly publications reporting that fish have a greater capacity for memory than was previously believed, and I'll miss you for the rest of my life. Thank you. Oh, thanks. Okay. If you've ever been to Vancouver, British Columbia, then this song will be a little not familiar, not from knowing the song, but maybe you'll know some of the sights and the images, because I guess, to be honest, it's less about Vancouver, the city, and it's more about a guy I dated who lived in Vancouver, but then we broke up, and so I made it about the city a little bit more than it was about him, because I needed to finish it, and that was the way to do it. Okay. Land in my mind, crawling through the side. Swimming up a concrete river, paddling through pine and pavement. I melted, blending and then re-cemented inside an unprotected hostel suite, astride a bicycle defrosting wheat, atop a tower with an unrevolving view of illuminated sails, gray and green, gray and green. The brightest blue could never come between gray and green and amber, rowing toward a lowered drawbridge, clambering onto the seawall, confecting cloud-covered cinnamon rolls, wowed by crowds of glaucous-winged gulls. See, no sea, look at the harlequins, I wish you'd said to me. Over a decade I discerned a path, my passport went defunct, now that junket's out of reach. Gray and green, gray and green, the reddest flags forever come between gray and green and amber. Everybody's body sways in unfamiliar funny ways, traveling on rainbow wheels of color. Down below, the crows pecking suet surface streets, the subway sounds resounding beats, beckoning me to retreat on the heels of mighty feet. But where there's a will, there's a way, and I will every day until I dry, every day until I dry. Wait, wait, don't tell me they're the heritage horns, but I won't leave. I haven't heard first ear, the 9 o'clock gun, or the steam chimes. I've yet to feel first foot, the boom of the city grouse in the mountain woods. I have more notes to take on the colors of the land in my mind. I have a wish to blow through the mist of the dandelion fountain. I have a truth to seek in the xeriscape of the hill. On the hill I have a past, a present, and a future in this city. Maybe no more than moments, but there's still a possibility. Thank you. Thank you so much. So I'm from Eugene, Oregon, which is kind of a small, uneventful place to live. And so this song is about living a small and uneventful life in Eugene and wanting to go anywhere else. Which, it's not a bad place to visit, but I wouldn't want to live there as long as I have, which is my whole life. Talk about sight fidelity. Talk about natal philopatry. Talk about synchronicity. Talk about London meeting Eugene. Other people's flight patterns lack the hallmarks of mine. Pictures of 10-year reunions with pictures of altitudinal migrations, with breathless emergency landing vacations. Talk about asthma, narrows for airways, peak flow, a puff from a pipe dream. 50% of an infidel's personal best. A forest park duck falls 50 feet, leaving the nest from the cavity edge to the edge of the briar. A baptism, a flyer without proper plumage in the purgatory of a spacer. Passing from chamber through chamber to chamber. What is incendiary to me? Incredible distance confined in my body. Talk about imagined geography. Talk about plant intentionality. Talk about docility, precinctivity. Talk about cosmopolitan pantropicality. Jump, stop, tilting at windmills, wilting at failures to skirt the frame of the swing set. Jump, stop, placing bets on peregrination on a fair roundabout gain. Spin, shrink, skidoo into a postcard, into the gum on the stamp, glue, paste, tampa fix. A Phoenix garden in a sudden igloo sticks to sticks from the nettle mount to the pear-petaled crisps on the bower. A universe swirls in that souvenir snow globe, half-fade till the vesperal peeling. The architect shakes things with skyscraper feeling. What is irradiative to me? Incredible distance. Unforgettable limits. Wouldn't you like to know where I wanna go? Oh, wouldn't you like to know where I wanna go? 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 Bum 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 bum. Ooh. Thank you. Oh, well, that's such a compliment. I wish that I reminded myself of Ryan Gosling. It was funny. Someone actually at the YMCA in Eugene, this woman. I was sitting there. I think I'd just gotten my hair cut or something, and she was like, you know who you look like? That guy from La La Land. And I was like, what? You're joking. Like, no, you're the second person, or the second people. I think it's just the haircut. Yeah. Like, I don't think we have much. Yeah, I guess the lighting. Um, uh, although, I mean, have you seen those videos of him when he's like a kid in the Mouseketeers? He was a little like dork, but which I was too. So we have that in common. Yeah. Anyway, I'll stop thinking about Ryan Gosling and play more music. It gives me some new inspiration, things to think about, to put some emotion into what I'm playing. I've been playing pretty much the same set and the same order of things for all of the shows I've been playing recently, and so it means nothing to you, but to me, I'm like, it's getting old, so I'm trying to mix it up a little bit. Okay. You're being a really good audience, but this one gives me satisfaction to play when I feel like the audience is not very good, but since you're like listening, I'll just play it for fun. There are also these little like lyric booklets if you want to look at lyrics. Yeah, there's some like strategically placed nearby you. And since I'm going out of order, this song is called After the Ball. And it was mostly about like a bad housing situation. but but I think it applies to a lot of other situations as well. After the ball, we all three of us, two of a feather, and one superfluous, retired to and from rooms and careers, respectively, to electively, to conspire against one. Effectively partners in crime, part-time extortionists, property owners, and out-of-proportionist mimes lament the call to present in a top-heavy tent that they lent but don't rent out for money yet. Sorry for trying to get in the act. I thought a performance was what y'all expected. Turns out I'm more sideshow than Cirque du Soleil, but I value grit over fancy tricks anyway. Wine, dine, wind down another evening, entertaining and complaining. I stayed dry and stall, but still plummet into the apron right after the ball. After the ball. After the ball, they gloat through the glare with the straightest disease, the uncaring flakes on the lying trapeze. They master the rings, contorting the facts, pickling the punks, thwarting the unwitting acorn woodpecker, red-headed stepchild plucked from the granary, an indentured clown on the face of it, to countercuts to the grease paint budget. Presumably sorry for trying to get in the act. I thought a performance was what y'all expected. Turns out I'm more sideshow than Cirque du Soleil, but I value grit over fancy tricks anyway. Unfortunate difficulty balancing topography. I, on the contrary, bet I could trot the globe's topography without a fall, but still plummet into the apron right after the ball. After the ball. Sorry for trying to get in the act. I thought a performance was what y'all expected. Turns out I'm more sideshow than Cirque du Soleil, but I value grit over fancy tricks anyway. I value grit over fancy tricks anyway. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you. Well, it gives me a way to channel my anger. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah, yeah, on YouTube. Yeah. We should get you on a mic so we can have like a whole conversation just cuz they're like it's taped and yeah, and so like it could add a whole new dynamic. Oh, thank you. I'm Oh, yeah, I really like it because I lyrics are really important to me, and I feel like it's easier for people to just like tune it out if they don't have something. Like if it gets confusing, they'll just be like, "Oh, whatever." But this way, if it gets confusing, they can be, yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I love reading along to songs, so yeah. You're like the ideal person to be here. And so are you too. Are you together here? Oh, oh, okay. It's dark, so I thought you were the same age. I don't know. Oh, oh, cool. Oh, well, thank you. Are you? You're not the person performing later tonight, are you? Okay, because there's somebody, yeah, somebody playing. So you just came here for fun. Okay. Oh, cool. Oh, okay, okay. Well, I'm glad your teenage daughter is coming to happy hour. Oh, okay. Oh, that's great. If you want to take any pictures of me, go right ahead. I I mean, I can't pay you, but but yeah, yeah, I yeah, that would be awesome. That would be so helpful. It's so hard to get pictures of shows when especially cuz I'm just like one person. Yeah. I'm from Eugene, Oregon. Yeah. No, no. I actually just got my license 2 weeks ago. I know, and I'm old. Um, how old do you think I am? Higher. I'm 45. No, I'm kidding. No, 30. Yeah, I just turned 30 this year. Uh, thank you. July 23rd. Yeah. I'm on the cusp, I guess. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know, but I Oh, thank you. Yeah, so I thought I'm 30 years old. I'll finally get my license. I'll put everything I have into like doing the music thing while I still have that Ryan Gosling charm. Yeah, yeah, because it'll only get harder once I have aged more. Oh yeah. Hmm. Oh yeah. And no regrets about that, I guess. You wouldn't say it right in front of her, but yeah. Can you just look away for a second and we can be real here? Oh, that's sweet. Oh, well, I'm just gonna call this a night, and we can just talk. Yeah, yeah. It's like I don't know, like a Q&A. Um. Okay. Let's see. Okay. This song. Let's see. Okay. This song is called Wooden. And it's both a song about my grandpa and a song about extinction, I suppose. Uh, and wooden, if you didn't catch that. And my name is Stephan Nance. You'll see it looks like Stephan or Stefan, but it is Stephen. Okay. Quiet onset of a yawn, old growth onslaught, shallow foresight, dawns on these lawns. In a town, on a mountain, where the ghosts inhabit poisoned wooden caves, and the things they do and the things they say live in smaller caves, and the details of those things dwell in even smaller caves. A tooth or two got lost, nary a tooth got lost, on the hearth near the mallard drake, on the entertainment center by the sliding door, on a spot-lit plinth in an empty corridor, from one ear to the other, in a terracotta pot upon a bookcase, in a handcrafted cabinet of spoons. When you lose your mind, leave those useless curios behind. Always be you, you will always be you, and I think that that's a good person to be. As long as you're doing no harm unto others, then you're always doing the right thing by me. You're always doing the right thing by me. But how can I do that when I have no habitat? When they shoot you down to prove that they exist, hold your ground and passively resist. Hold your ground and passively resist. Why me? Why me, always bleeding in the brambles? Isn't there somebody else I can be? Always be you, you will always be you, and I think that that's a good person to be. As long as you're doing no harm unto others, then you're always doing the right thing by me. You're always doing the right thing by me. Sow the seeds of peace, I agree, but also see the forest for the trees. You can spend your whole life planting annuals dutifully year after year, but by no small marigold a patch will, an ivory build, a woodpecker appear. You can spend your whole life planting annuals dutifully year after year, but by no small marigold a patch will, an ivory build, a woodpecker appear. Thank you. Thank you so much. Nothing to say about that one, I guess. You're so quiet now. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Why? Okay, uh, so when I came out as gay, well, so this is kind of I guess it's a troubling story, maybe. So I ended up running away from home and living with my grandparents for a while, and when I was in high school, and like the end of high school is when I was living with them, and my grandpa, he at some point, I guess in regarding everything that was going on, he said that like that he didn't really care about all of the gay stuff or whatever, because as long as I would always be myself, like he thought that was a good person to be, as long as I wasn't hurting anybody. And so yeah, 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 yeah. I think so that stuck with me, and he gave me this rock, this little like rock thing, like a worry stone thing that said "always" on it, and and yeah, I guess that's when he said it. I suppose was he gave me that, and I was like, "What does this mean? Like, why always?" And he was like, "Well, you'll always be Steven, and I think that's a good person to be." And and yeah, yeah, and so I guess I guess that's where the song started, and kind of dealing a little bit with like his final years, sort of like that deterioration. He didn't, but he did have dementia. Um, I guess from I don't know. I'm not totally sure why. I guess just in the way that people do. But yeah, and then it also sort of touches on another kind of difficult. It's sort of two different like parts of my life together. There are these lines about like bleeding in the brambles because of this time that I was assaulted by the river in my town and like pushed into this like blackberry bush, and it was very awful. It was a really awful thing to happen, and allegedly it was because I was wearing cycling shorts, and these people like had a problem with that. I'm guessing it's because I seemed like not macho and like I don't really know. Yeah, so that was like uh that was 5 years ago, but it was a pretty difficult thing to deal with because it was very strange and just out of the blue. And yeah, so I guess I think people wondered why I didn't defend myself in that situation, and yeah, yeah, I don't know. On one hand, I feel like I would always react in the same way, which was like doing nothing, because I just can't picture myself like hitting back. But I can also see where there are reasons for people to stand up for themselves, and I don't know. You can't do it as much as nice it would as it would be to do everything non-violently. I guess like I don't know. In the face of violence, I suppose it's like punching Nazis, you know. Like I guess sometimes that just makes sense. Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, I suppose it's like I think that I was kind of questioning the parts, always about always being myself. Like maybe there were some things I could change a little bit so that I could be more resilient and maybe stand up for myself more. Yeah. So thank you for asking. Oh, you're welcome. Oh, oh, thank you. I'll play something more lighthearted now to get us over that. Uh, okay. Uh, I'm looking at my list and I'm like, these are all kind of downers. Um, okay. So this song is called "A Person," and it's it has some. I don't know if either of you watch the show Steven Universe. Mm. Okay. Okay. It has a few references to that in it, but it's not important for understanding the song. I think that I don't even know if the song is really understandable, but it's mostly meant to be confusing because I was trying to write about somebody I knew without letting that person know that I was writing about them. I mean, we're not friends anymore, but uh, I know that this person still watched my videos and stuff, and so I was like, so this was an experiment, I guess a challenge to myself to write a song where I say everything that I need to say about this person without revealing who they are, including gender and like everything. It's completely vague, but also so specific in my mind because it's just that like metaphorical that it captures all the feelings without revealing the person. Okay. And there's a little reference in it. I don't know if you've heard of Voodoo Donuts. It's a big thing in Portland and Eugene, this like donut company. But so it mentions, it has a reference to the voodoo donut itself that is like, it's a voodoo doll shaped donut with like a raspberry filling and a pretzel stick like poked into it. Yeah, so I use that as a metaphor in there too. I don't think anyone even in Oregon gets it, but okay. There's a person with a set of porcelain teeth and a pair of emerald eyes. One time I bethought to plod beneath the warm gold glittering facade, where in lieu of blooms of ruby blood I found a boo who got caught in a clouded cream flood. Well, if I were a person, and I hope I never am one, I would try to be less of a person, more of a person. If I were a person, and I hope I never am one, I would try to be less of a person, more of a person, less of a person on a whim, down a gravel driveway from a winding well-off road. A person gave a push and watched me whoosh into the midst of risks I was averse to, out on a limb coerced toward a court of obelisks. The burden of pressure bruised my skin more deeply than the physical impact did. Nobody else bore witness to it, somebody bore it to the witnessing. Everybody bore to bearing with me, but could anybody bear to intervene? No, inhabiting a captive body, inhabiting a faceless bag of bones, my sizzling pancake battered head still keeps score for imaginary battles below. Oh, there's a person shaped jam-filled pastry stand-in for someone I've known. Whoa, only a pretzel stick steak punch through the piped-in raspberry heart can break the thick thrall of that glaze. Spare me more of these saccharine matinees. Ooh, ba-ba-da-da-da-da. There's a person with a Jasper disposition and a yellow diamond mind. Faced by fire, I tried and trod in the mine with that canary crystal clawed till the tawdry lace facets failed, and I confronted the fraud that the flames unveiled. Well, if I were a person, and I hope I never am one, I would try to be less of a person, more of a person. If I were a person, and I hope I never am one, I would try to be less of a person, more of a person, 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 less of a person. Thank you. Oh no, I don't have that yet, like recorded. Yeah, they're newer. Yeah, I'm recording a new EP right now, but it doesn't have either of those songs. It just has 5 songs on it. and it should be out next month. But that one's good too. I think it's $10. Yeah, but I always kind of do a sliding scale if someone really wants it, and then I need a better setup for taking people's money. 'Cause there's that. Oh, thank you. Yeah, thank you so much, and I can even sign it if you want, so that when I'm big and famous, you can show it off. I'll play something that's on it. How about, and then you can have a connection to it. I will play probably my favorite song on it, called Japanese Garden, which it's basically about a love triangle, and it goes into Keontae is nodding his head. It's about a love triangle, and so the lyrics, it starts in English, and then it goes into French a little bit, and then goes back into English, and then goes into Russian. So I'm almost done with my Russian degree at the University of Oregon. I'm finishing this year, and thank you. I took like 5 years off, and then now I'm going back and finishing it, and no. I mean, I just only Russian, really. Yeah. But I'd already studied French in high school and in college. I was a French and Russian major, but then I turned the French major into a minor just because I've been gone so long that I want to graduate, and the minor is fine. I mean, what am I really going to do with either of them? But but yeah, so it goes into Russian, and that's partly a way of making it so that the third person in the love triangle wouldn't know what it was about. And Japanese Garden. Yeah, so it has lyrics in English, French, and Russian, and it's called Japanese Garden. So it's a lot of layers there, I suppose. I kind of like just having you go to whatever page of the song that I feel like playing at the moment. Then I'm not stuck in an order. Breaking through the ice, I scuttle down the riverbank till I espy the arboretum in your house, in your home, covered in mud. I crawl into a carapace and down the hallway, the coniferous buoy bobbing on alpha waves inspire a siren song, compose a nodding poem that will never see the light of day, that will never see the light, but I read in a dream. Japanese garden, head on the shoulder, Japanese maple, read in a dream. Japanese garden, head on the shoulder, Japanese maple, read in a dream, read in a dream. Crossing crooked bridges, safe to knit you any garment now, but I cast off my crafty armaments, I cast you aside and I scoot away. But didn't we ditch those demons? Are we not free to freeze and thaw as we please? To perch on branches whittled into benches built for human shivering en cœur en hiver. En cœur qui ne verra jamais la lumière, mais je lis dans un rêve jardin japonais. Peut-être serait polaire du Japon, je lis dans un rêve jardin japonais. Peut-être serait polaire du Japon, je lis dans un rêve, lis dans un rêve. Everything will be simple someday, soon everything will be simple, oh so simple. Everything will be simple someday soon. Простите мне, что я решился к вам писать перо в руке. Вырезанные имена, сколько меня кожа покраснела на спокойном красителе. Вы меня поймали с поличным, читающего во сне ирландца, ходящего в Шотландке. Я люблю неразумно, но безмерно. Я люблю неразумно, но безмерно. Я люблю относительно, дополнительно сосновой шишки. И не беру в голову, собственно, я вырою уютную яму ему. Очевидно, язык мой, враг мой, а языка чужого я не опасаюсь, не боюсь укрепиться в густо листьям несу. Тучи собираются надо мной, я пережду грозу. И как только вы дадите оценку, я дам вам компенсацию. И секретно в карман пальто окаменельную незабудку. Я I don't want to be forgotten. I don't want to be forgotten. I don't want to be forgotten anymore. Denuding adamant layers, I peel past a period of interregnum and inherit the gilt cardboard crown from the downy-crested phoenix. My predecessor in this hue of panels in triptychs painted and pruned. The kingdom's a sham, Hamlet's without the prince. And though a tree you may well be, I'm not convinced. Copperhead on hickory shoulder, curled under covers a fetal web of words. Read in a dream, Japanese garden, copperhead on hickory shoulder, breaking through the ice, en cœur, en hiver. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah. So all of those, the like backing tracks, so that's taken directly from the album that you just got. So those are actual musicians playing on the album, playing bass, guitar, drums, and trumpet. And then a couple songs have cello too. And one has melodica, which is like a keyboard you blow on. Yeah, so I guess to make my shows a little more interesting, I decided to use some of that stuff. Yeah. No, no, I didn't. No, I have this like audio interface, and I just. That's exactly how I feel about it. I love that. Yeah, yeah. Well, I have a secret little like thing in my ear that like it has a click track. So I have something to keep time to in between the parts that have. Yes, yeah. No, no. That's interesting though. I it's interesting to think that people might think that. No, no. It's if it were, then I would be, I guess, going around listening to a metronome all day. Um, yeah. Oh, a monitor. Okay, yeah. Oh, not a hearing aid. Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, yeah. No, yeah. I guess it is an in-ear monitor, and I just don't. I guess if I had a fancier setup, then I would hear myself, and that would be nice. Because the alternative, the way that I have it, it just blocks out what I can hear. So, yeah, it can be sort of weird when I'm playing songs that don't have all the other stuff because I'm just hearing out of one ear, or talking is also a little weird. Um, okay, this is one that is going to be on the EP that is coming out soon, and it's, I guess it's about injustice, and at first, it was just about some like personal slight against me, and then I thought I would make it about something a little bit more meaningful. Try to wend your way through the thickest thickets and avoid the ratchet call reviews of the gray catbird critics. Easily the mimic amuse, be more original. They heard it from a bird more qualified to say it. Freely they propose a game of musical chairs. They bend the rules so they will win it when they play it. Where there's a seat, there'll be someone sitting pretty, calling your every shot and shooting down your every call for help. Your even feet won't ensure an even footing. Your standing won't be understood in a sedentary city. Try to look to your laurels in a boxwood hedge at public capacity. Try to rest among the mockingbird-occupied topiary thrones. Eerily the tin can chorus vacates the premises abruptly and without an echo. Sturdy and upright in the spotlight, you emanate your candidacy for upholstery. There's a seat, there'll be someone sitting pretty. And where the seating's scarce, you'll get your shot at getting shot at. Your beating heart won't save you from a heartfelt beating. Your standing won't be understood in the sedentary city. Itty, 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 itty. City, itty, 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 itty. City, itty, 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 itty. City, itty, 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 itty. Thank you. It is sedentary city. I should have said something before. It should be in there. No? Yes, sedentary city. Yeah, I realized as I was playing that I hadn't said what the name was. Yeah, so now you can check anything you were wondering about. I'm excited to. So I have a lot of lyrics that mention birds because I'm really into birding and bird watching, and mostly birdsy. But wow, that's an interesting comparison. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh well, thank you. That's quite an honor. I yeah. So we don't have catbirds in Oregon, and so I'm excited to be on the East Coast and seeing catbirds. what? What, you don't like them or? Oh, okay. Yeah, catbirds. Oh, they're gray, and then they have underneath their like rump they have a kind of rusty patch. But you've probably heard them. They sound like a cat. Uh, and and then the song also mentions mockingbirds, and we don't have those. Well, I've seen one in Eugene, um, but mostly we don't have them. Sometimes they come during the winter. Just there'll be one in all of Eugene just hanging out for the winter. I guess maybe they get like blown off course or something. Uh, oh wow. Oh, okay. Oh yeah. Yeah. I just saw my first blue jay day before yesterday. Uh, or wait, no, it was yesterday. Oh, that was such a long day. They're so beautiful and they have the most annoying call, but I love it though. Uh, it's so much fun. They're so obnoxious and and then I saw my first cardinal yesterday too. Yeah, and it was so surprising because they just look like little figurines or something, like they're carved out of wood. And uh, oh, I guess yeah. I mean, I uh, it is beautiful. I've gone out of my way a lot to see birds, uh, but it is beautiful already. I mean, and there are a lot of birds in my backyard. Maybe over 20 species or so, which is that's a decent amount for a backyard. Um, yeah, but but I'm so excited. I've been to the East Coast before, but not as a birder. So I'm finally. I was so excited to see a common grackle and birds that are so typical here. But yeah, I think I. Oh well. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. 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 Well, I guess there are plenty of birds that are just pretty typical in Oregon that I guess can find myself taking for granted. But then uh, I try to remind myself that every bird is like rare somewhere. Um, so Eugene, it's 2 hours south of Portland. Um, yeah, it's interesting. Distance and time are so different here because 2 hours from Baltimore is probably a much shorter distance because of traffic and everything. So so Portland is it's about 120 miles from Eugene, and that's 2 hours. But that's 120 miles would probably be a lot longer of a trip here. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, you should go at 4 in the morning. That would probably that's probably the key. Well, then you'd have all that time beforehand to just, yeah. That's when you could start birding. Yeah. Oh, yeah, some of them would be. Yeah. It depends on the time of year, too, because it probably gets light. It would be light by the time you got here, maybe. In summer. Yeah. Okay. Since we're talking about birds, I do you have to go to your thing yet? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. That's your other thing. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Well, while she's doing that, I'll do I'll do another one that's on the album. How about? And this one, what year are you in school? Okay, ninth grade. So you probably haven't read Hamlet yet. Oh, okay. Well, you should read Hamlet. It's a good play. uh, I only brought it up because when I read it in school, I guess it had quite an impact on me for some reason, and then I've referenced Hamlet in probably 4 songs, just because it keeps feeling relevant, and because it has so many great images in it. But in this one, so there are these lines in Hamlet about a pelican like shedding tears of blood to feed its babies, which was a myth at the time of Shakespeare, or maybe before that, and he was just using it. But they don't actually do that. But the idea was that I guess if they couldn't find other food, that they would weep tears of blood for their babies. But so I'm referencing that in it, and yeah, I think that's enough of a preamble for this song. Oh, paid by weight. Thank you for asking. Someday, maybe 10, maybe 20 years from now, there will be a knock at your door. There will be a man standing there with a clipboard, and you will sign your name on the dotted line, and the man will hand over a parcel bundled up in wool. You will look down to consider it. You will look up to say thanks, and the man will be gone. But a plaintive cry will draw your eyes to a baby pelican sitting on your welcome mat. And the pelican's eyes will dilate, and the eyes of the trees will dilate, and you will be a sea anemone. You will contract upon this contact. Will you feel small, and will you feel scared, and will you gasp for air and find that there's nothing there but a fatal mistake? Will you finally weigh what you have given against what you take and you take and you take and you take? somehow you will think once again of the package in your hands. You will begin to tug at the wool. It will come off easily in pieces, but it will cut right through the pins upon your fingers, and it will pile up around you in a mountain of gauze, in a car, on a hospital train where the surgeons lack credentials. The scalpels are just saws, but a plaintive cry will draw your eyes to a baby pelican sitting on your welcome mat. And the pelican's eyes will dilate, and the eyes of the trees will dilate, and you will be a sea anemone. You will contract upon this contact. Will you open your arms to the birds? Will you open your arms to the trees? Will you repass them with your own blood? Will you finally give back the breath that you take and you take and you take and you take? You take and you take and you take and you take. Somewhere underneath the many years of sting fibers, you will find your gift. Will you ever understand what it means? Thank you. I think that's a good one for Halloween and for Friday the 13th. Let's see. Maybe I'll stick with the same mood of kind of spooky end of the world stuff. This one, I started writing it when I used to, I guess, get a lot of inspiration when I was riding my bike. And so I'd ride my bike every single day there was a time where I rode 25 miles a day, which was probably not the greatest idea based on how much I ate at the time. I feel like that was too much riding and not enough food. But but this one time I was out and then a thunderstorm started, and it was hailing, and it hurt to ride through, and it seemed kind of dangerous because there was lightning, and that's probably not great to be riding a bike in. And so it felt really apocalyptic, and so this song, I guess, started to come into my head, and later I finished it. Oh, sorry. Thank you for asking. I know you were like waiting for it, and then I didn't give it to you. Lead and tin. Lead and tin. And what else? Oh yeah, so you can picture your favorite park maybe, and then picture it being the end of the world. A nice combination of images for you. Been shot 1,000 times. It's not a shocking way to die in the fields aside of the enemy lines. But I fired my fair share of guns, and I know full well that bullets don't just fall down from the sky. So I opened up my eyes. I saw a flash of light. I saw it through the black. Whoa, I saw the flooded track. I felt the hail upon my back. Oh, I saw the start of the foggy maze. I couldn't see for several days, but then a sunbreak finally burned away the haze. You know I'd kiss you if I could, but my lips are made of wood. and it wouldn't do to splinter you in an unfamiliar neighborhood. I dodged a ball of flames, fueled by the dust the sun to kick up. A stone's throw from the tonsil crypt, I strewed the beaten path on a sup. Tight-lipped and planing through the murky mill race surface, these flavescent leaves, crispy teardrops shed from crying trees, murmurations. 'Tis autumn, no, only fall outside beside a chemical breeze. O stratocumulus, O circumbendibus, I saw him cease to push. I'd seen and heard too much, my oar became a crutch. I sculled into a reef, it sawed the board in half. I saw my former single fin, I soldered lead into tin. I sauntered out, I saw and turned my kith and kin. You know I'd hold this post a while, if I could only learn to smile. But by the time I've earned the privilege, only grimaces will be in style. Surf scoter on the pond, coyote on the fescue, sirocco's on the flesh, glove lightning to the rescue, an earthly comet rolling by, a stoic guide toward a nuclear era. No shadows cross the sterile mind, no leks distract the prairie chickens from their terror. I found a brand new clearing next to the old new clearing, a welcome change from the adjacent older new old clearing. I didn't feel at peace, but I didn't feel at war. A welcome change. You know I went to your old home, you know the site of your new grave. You know I'd pay my last respect, but the respect I have I'd better save. Thank you. Clap like no one's listening. Oh, thank you. I didn't mean to pressure you. Oh, no, that's fine. That's fine. Sometimes it isn't clear. So I played this May and June. I played a tour of Japan, and there, when you finish a song, no one will clap until you say thank you or domo arigato, and like, I kind of like that. I think it's, I don't know, it's nice to know it's time to clap. And I don't know, for a while when I came back, or after I came back, I was saying thank you immediately after every single song. And then my partner is like, I don't think you don't have to say it after every single song, but I think it's polite. And let's see, what else can I say about that? I don't know. Japan was so cool. It's a really great place to play music because, well, for one, when you write to venues when you're interested in playing there, they actually write back to you. And then for another, every place has a sound engineer, so you always sound good. And the people that come to the shows, they stand quietly and just like listen to you. And so that's neat. And although I think if you're doing a kind of music that you want people to dance to, it can be tough because it's hard to get people in Japan to like loosen up and dance to things. Like at most they'll be like swaying a little bit. But it works well for my music. So it was like a dream come true there. Let's see. Okay. This song is, I don't know what to say about it really. It's kind of a counterpart to the song I played earlier, Japanese Garden, because I started writing it at the same time in the midst of that same love triangle. and and then, but I didn't finish this song until a lot later, mostly because I wanted to write a song that was in 5/4 time signature, which is like, I don't know if you do music stuff at all, but yeah, it's, I don't know, it's kind of challenging, and but yes, so song about a love triangle. Okay. Oh yes, this one isn't in there. Maybe I shouldn't do it, or maybe I'll do it. Okay. I didn't. I think the lyrics are fun to read, but because there are a lot of double entendres and puns. You can hear it though. Okay. It isn't. Why am I doing it? It's neither on the album nor in the booklet. Maybe I should do something else. Wait. Okay. I'll do this one that's on the album. It's not about a love triangle. It's about when this guy that I was dating came and visited Eugene because it was a long distance thing, and then he left, and it was sad, I guess. But I guess there were still all these things around that reminded me of when he was there. So it was about that. Yeah. And it's called Spring. Is it on there? Oh no, did I choose another one that's not in the booklet? I think I did. But you'll be able to understand all of this. It's not like really wordy. And it is on the album, so you'll hear it again later. Spring, and still leaves, if not all, falling from the trees, holding hands and skipping stones across the river. Flowers open wider than I've ever seen. You can see them too. If you hurry, you can see them too. If you come back to me. Spiral bound the pages that you wrote to me. In between the letters lies a secret that I meant to see. It has been a season since I have seen the sea, but we can go there soon. If you hurry, we can go there soon. If you come back to me. When I sit and sip my tea, you're facing me. You, a day, a month, a year ago, it's all the same to me. On every bus I see, on every street I see, in every passing pair of shoes I see you. You can see me too. If you hurry, you can see me too. If you come back. Thank you. Whoa. I keep feeling like I'm craning my neck. I'm thinking of what else I can play that is either on the album or in the booklet. Okay, I mean, there are plenty of things, but... Okay. Having a straw is a really good idea. Well, because when I don't have a straw, I'm like, and and it just feels like not the best image to be presenting. Of course, then I did it again anyway for you, but and it was while you were gone that I was talking about being in Japan, and I did a tour of Japan this year in May and June, but so another thing about Japan is that when you want to get a drink of water on stage, you turn away to do it. It's like impolite to drink water towards the audience. Yeah, which I mean, I don't think you'd be like booed off the stage, but I think it would just be mildly disrespectful. But so after coming back, I don't know. It's not like I played so many shows that it was like really a strong habit, but I was it felt wrong to drink water towards the audience. No, it was one of the things I just read before going there, and then I noticed it was true. People, they'd be like, yeah. I think, I don't know. I guess it's maybe just too, I don't know, too real. Yeah, and I think a lot of people, if they were eating in public, they might like cover their mouth a little bit and stuff like that, just because I guess it feels like a personal thing to be doing. Like, kind of, maybe you wouldn't cover in like among your family or something, but I did. Yeah, I was alone, and it was really great though. I played 8 shows in 7 cities, I think, or maybe 9 shows in 7 cities, and it was very exciting. I felt so important because I don't know. They're just so much more appreciative of musicians there, I feel like. So the people you'd meet, they'd all be really excited to hear your music and to, I don't know, just to connect. And I mean, part of it's because I was a Westerner there, but then part of it, I think it's true for other musicians as well. It's just there's more of a culture of respect for the arts, I think. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, Japan is a great place to tour. You should do it. You have a roadie. Oh. Ooh. Wow. Yeah. Hmm. I do recommend Japan. It's so safe. That's the thing that missed the most. So I was there for a month. It wasn't a really long time, but it was long enough that it was pretty shocking to come back and feel so, I don't know. It's just, it was nice to have a whole month where like I wasn't worried about any like shootings or things like that, or like violence of any kind. And I mean, maybe in big cities you'd worry a little bit about like pickpockets or something, but nothing that would like hurt you. So yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's so nice. And it was, I think like most of the people I know who have done things like teach English there and come back, or study abroad there and come back, that's I think one of the things that they miss the most is feeling just safe. And like, and you can leave things and they'll get returned to you or something. And yeah, it's nice to feel respected somewhere, because I guess, I don't know, I mean, we all have situations where we get more respect than in other situations, but it's interesting to be in a place where you just feel respected all the time. That's so unheard of. and it's nice to have people bow to you, and you bow to them too, so yeah, yeah. Yeah, that was a hard thing to stop doing when I came back, because I don't know, it's just like, it's not even always like a big bow, it's gonna be just like a head nod. I think I still do it a little bit. Anyway, I'll play a song. How about, so this one is about birding, and it's called Sparkbird. And a spark bird is the bird that gets you interested in birding. And so if ever you get really excited about birds because of a single bird that you see, like maybe someday, maybe you'll notice a catbird now, and then you'll get obsessed. Oh yeah, well, that's gonna be the name of my second album. So yeah, yeah. Yeah, I like it too. So this song is about that whole thing. It's called Sparkbird. Yeah. Okay. Sparks fly every time I identify a species I have hitherto never seen in the field, seen in the feather. Sparkbird destiny drew us together. Every smile line on my face can be retraced down to the split second, down to the split place. Is it magical thinking, or is it magical realism, or is it neither here nor there? Every time I check my wrist, it's another brand new freckle past another brand new hair. I'm growing up against my will. Will you finally resurrect the time I've killed? Will you finally resurrect the time I've killed? Sparks fly every time I visit this park. I envision the phantom of a giddy little cartoon me, jittering on the electrifying cusp of discovery. Before and after the storm, all I wanted was to be seen and to see some signs of a world still turning, some signs of a world still forming, rebirth of a dream still burning. Is it magical thinking, or is it magical realism, or is it neither here nor there? Every time I check my wrist, it's another brand new freckle past another brand new hair. I'm growing up against my will. Will you finally resurrect the time I've killed? Will you finally resurrect the time I've killed? Sparkbird. Thank you. Thank you. It's so much easier to write an angry song than it is to write a pretty song. So it was, I don't know, when I try to do that, it takes more work. Because a pretty song is easy to have sound just kind of sappy and silly. But, okay. Okay. Oh, yeah, of course. Take as many as you want. I could only hope to run out of those cards. Thank you. It has my tattoo on it, actually. Yeah. Because that's on the album artwork on the inside. And it's a plum, but it's the leaf, flower, plum, and pit. And that's on me there. Oh. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Okay. Oh, I think. Wait. The next person goes on at 6, right? Yeah. Are they here yet? Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, thank you. Oh, okay. Oh, good. Thank you. Um, let's see. Ooh, after this, I'm excited to go to. Do you know the Peel Center? There's this birds exhibit there at the Peel Center. Yeah, yeah, it's open from 6 to 9, I think. I've been planning this for weeks to go to this. It's all of this. I think it's all of these Baltimore mostly artists, and it's they've all done like artwork that is bird related. And what? No, I'm not performing there, but I want to go to the exhibit. It's I think the person who curated it is involved in this Lights Out Baltimore project that it's to encourage, I guess, less light pollution at night so that birds can migrate properly and not bash into windows and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, it's interesting. I mean, it's a good cause. Oh, really? Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. That yeah, lights out Baltimore. That's so funny and kind of sad, I guess. Um, okay. Uh, let's see. I'll play. Mm, maybe I'll just play a couple more because I want if someone shows up to play, I want them to be able to set up. Okay, so uh, okay, so this song is called Varied Thrush. Varied Thrush. It's I think it's not on the front of the program, but it is in the program. It's near the end. Um, and I I think it's oh, you found it. There was a show I played in Sacramento in California, and this kid when I was after the show, so I didn't play it, and then after the show, he was like, "There's a song that was on the list, or it wasn't on the list, but it was in the program, and why didn't you play it?" And it was just weird. I had no idea. It's not a very interesting story, but it was. Uh, maybe it was interesting how much he cared about that, but he was like, "There must be some hidden meaning to this." Okay. So a varied thrush is a bird in that we have in Oregon and in the Pacific Northwest. It's uh, you hear it on like wintry mornings. They have a very haunting song. It's kind of it's a whistle, but it's buzzy and it sounds so sad. um, and whenever I hear them, I just get so quiet because I'm trying to figure out where they are, and figure out what direction it's coming from. So, I guess that's part of what inspired this song. Oh, thank you. I, it's setting the mood. Hopefully, it was a good mood. I guess. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna start it now. hush, hush. Listen to the varied thrush. The freezing rain has pushed them down into the valley with the rest of us, flushed from the comfortably lush forest floor. They draw their bows across serrated edges of musical saws and crush the frigid, sharply pointed hearts of icicles like us. Crush, 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 crush. Swish, swish, the osprey hovers seeking fish. The glassy pond displays the menu but won't serve the dish. To birds who wish to linger when the air turns cold, defying pressure to defer to cackling geese and western gulls. Wish, 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 wish. Who doesn't wish they could begin to leave? Who doesn't wish they could believe in letting something end? We have these wishes, but we're hung up on a superstitious focus on the family we see in collared doves, with love much stronger than we probably should ever hope for ours to be. Are we a we are today? Will we be a we will be tomorrow? Were we a we were already long ago? We don't know what price makes sense to pay, so we'd settle for indebted sorrow, never knowing we could dine and dash into that nullifying snow. Thrash, thrash, the so-called trash birds taking baths betray their cuteness in the recklessness with which they lash their lustrous feathers, petroleum with flecks of ash, in an unseasonable puddle glaciating fast. Splash, 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 freeze, splash, 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 freeze, splash, 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 freeze, splash, splash, splash. Hush, hush, listen to the varied thrush. Hush, hush. Hush, hush, listen to the varied thrush. Hush, hush. Hush, hush. Hush, hush. Hush, hush. Thank you. I didn't bring my own chair with me because there's only so much you can bring on a plane, really, and so it's difficult to find the right height of a chair. And yeah, and so I'm on two pillows on this chair, and I keep slipping forward. So I guess I'll just play one more, and I think it is the last one in the booklet, called "The Sound Narrows," and the title refers to so up near Seattle, there's a place called Tacoma, and that was where I met my partner. And so that he lived there. It wasn't okay, what else do I want to say about that? Okay, so those cities are on Puget Sound, which is a body of water, and then right by Tacoma there's a place where the sound narrows, and it's called the Narrows, but it is the Puget Sound Narrows, and there's a bridge that goes over it called the Narrows Bridge. And it fell down, actually, a long time ago. I think it was just windy, and then but it was just the right amount of wind. It like matched the resonant frequency of the bridge, and so there's this ridiculous video that, I don't know, you always see it in physics classes and stuff. It's this bridge just like wobbling until it falls down, and it was nicknamed Galloping Gertie because of that. But then they built a new one. Anyway, so now you know all about the Sound Narrows. Okay, but this song is about meeting my partner, and yeah, so it's all sappy. Okay. troubling sensations. Lingering, I fall asleep, grinning and awake, grinning in awe at what I see. Saw, see, saw, see, saw, see, saw. It's unreal, it's unreal, it's unreal. It's unreal, it's unreal, it's unreal. It's unreal, it's unreal, it's on cornucopia sofa. You would treat me a-okay today. Eleemosynary celery boy are born of crimson velvet clay. Born in Clement Friday. Born in the month of March. Tambourine tintinnabulations, annotating bird song, bees song, thumping bunny hearts, clinging in awe to what they see. Saw, see, saw, see, saw, see, saw. It's unreal, it's unreal, it's unreal. It's unreal, it's unreal, it's unreal. It's unreal, it's unreal, it's unreeling in the earth. Cartwheel and coincide, sidewind and surrealize, unreeling in the earth. Earth reeling in the sun, parenthetical asides aside. Sun and earth have been begun. Agree to crew, accelerate, collide. Pierce my wrists with your nails, pierce my temples with your thorns. Revoke my resurrection license, I can't bear to be reborn. Place me on a bed of shells, relics of pistachios, within earshot of the sound, somewhere over the narrows. Thank you. Thank you so much.